All right, guys. Welcome to Nerd Chat Saturdays, week 11. I don't think we have a line going for us here yet, so I'm just going to introduce everybody. We got Pat, Brian, Dion, Jacob, and Adlene. Um, so I guess it's your first time with us, Brian. You want to tell us a little bit about? I know that you just got a job in IT, right? What is it exactly that you're doing?
Yeah, I just started 3 weeks ago, actually.
Nice.
It's just a help desk job, highly exclusive, hardcore help desk stuff. I already
Oh
know how
yeah.
it goes.
Really?
Um, password password reset, stuff like that. Nah, it was actually been pretty cool. I've been there for about 3 weeks. My IT director has been actually just been teaching me a lot of cool stuff. He's been giving me little side projects. Um I'm really into cloud. So yeah, the first week actually he had me doing some Active Directory. So I pretty much created my environment, my domain and stuff like that, set up like a backup, and he wants to get that backup to the AWS. So he has me doing that
Oh,
right
sweet.
now. Yeah, so it's been actually I haven't really been doing help desk stuff, to be honest with you. I
That's
just been doing
cool.
little projects, yeah.
So,
So
and you got your AWS cloud practitioner, right?
yeah, I was gonna go for the architect, but I was like, nah, I might just go for the practitioner for now. But yeah, that's the only one I have right now, practitioner.
Well, that's cool. I mean, regardless of the cert that you got, like you're getting that hands-on experience of trying to transfer everything over to the AWS cloud. So that's what's
Yeah,
important, really.
yeah, but yeah, just kind of patiently waiting because he has to create the account, and he's a busy guy. He's just a busy guy. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on with me. It's been pretty cool. It's been pretty fun. It's a lot different than what I expected. Um, I hear a lot of bad things about help desk, but I guess I just got lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, man.
I actually
So,
Pat started off as help desk.
oh yeah, my bloody help desk. Yeah.
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 Oh, well,
And,
there you
Started,
go. There's
I
his
started help
experience.
desk at AOL back in the day. So if you want to talk about useless roles, that's up there.
You
Yeah,
know what
like
was? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, you're good.
I said, what was funny? The first day I got there, they're like, okay, create your environment. Just I'll give you till next week for you to have it ready. I don't know why. I already know how to do it. I knew how to do it, but at that moment in time, I forgot everything. So what I did was I went to YouTube. I was like, Pat. I remember Pat had a tutorial of Server 2019. I was following step by step. I was like, all right, I get this. I get this. So Pat,
yeah,
you're a savior,
and
man.
and
See,
it's
Pat, your
cool
videos are
stuff.
already saving people, dude.
Yeah. So like the whole server 2019. So now you understand what the ADDS roles are, backup domain controllers,
Yeah.
SMO roles, PDCs, RID masters, and all that stuff. So now, especially when you create backup domain controllers, then you have
Right.
to rep admin and sites and services in order to replicate those two domains synchronized.
Yeah.
And then you have to create a connector like federation services if Azure or AWS,
Mm,
and how to integrate the tokens to reside on the replication between those two sites,
And then you get
yeah.
create
everything set up,
subnets and everything like that. So that's cool
and
stuff.
yeah, then you get everything set up, and Azure goes down, and
Yeah,
no one
and
can log
fucked.
in worldwide, and you have like the longest shift that's happened last Wednesday.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
And
yeah.
yeah.
He was
With
just
Office
posting about that.
365, Office 365 went down.
yeah,
Funny
we've been
because
ready to.
Uh,
a friend of mine posted something on Facebook like, "Oh, is anyone having problems with Exchange on their
Yeah.
iPhone?" I'm like, "Dude, it's not only you; it's the whole world.
Yeah. It's like
It's not
mostly
only
North
you, man."
America and parts of Europe. Yeah, we
Yeah.
started packing up to leave and started getting like 1,000 tickets popped in at 5:30. We're like, what happened now? It's just
Mm.
been one of those months.
but you know what's funny? Everyone always says, learn Linux, learn Linux. And then my boss was like, Linux? Damn. I was like, no.
Who's
Well, learn
Linux?
CentOS. Learn CentOS. You got to learn it really, really well. Learn the directory and all that stuff, how everything works. I was like, all right. So I'm pretty much getting paid to study at work, pretty
There you go.
much.
That's cool.
I tell you what,
That's all I'm doing at work.
if you go to edx.edu, the Linux Academy put their Intro to Linux course on there with partner with Red Hat, and it takes you through all the fundamentals, like how to set up the
Sweet.
file structure, basic commands, and it's free on the course. I think you could pay like 100 and 200 bucks or something to get a certified cert from it that might count for college credit if you're in school, but it's a good place to start.
I'm not cool like Pat. I haven't. school's not for me. I
No one
tried
is as
it,
good as
man.
Pat.
I tried it. I just can't, man. I don't learn the same when it comes to school, man. I feel like I learn more about myself, to be honest.
Some people do. Like, you know, a lot of people are kinesthetic learners. They learn by doing. I'm very visual and kinesthetic, so I have to see something, you know, watch a video, follow along, do it myself. Otherwise, it doesn't sink in. Sometimes I have to do it more than once.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, and it was pretty interesting. Little story for you, Pat. I was watching your videos, and I got hired with another girl. She's a programmer, and I was watching my videos. She's like, "Oh, hey, I watched that guy too." I was like, "Oh yeah." It was pretty funny. It was just so just random. She just looked at my screen. She's like, "Oh, I watched him too. He's helpful."
Dude, there was a solid like 2 months or something where if you typed in InfoSec on YouTube, literally the first bar that would pop up is InfoSec Pat. And honestly, I would bet that it's still the case right now if you looked it up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's been publishing like a madman. Like,
I
I'm on
know,
LinkedIn
he's
every
got
other day.
Videos flowing.
Yeah,
So,
that's good though, man.
I was posting a lot, and now, since I started working, you know, it's been hard because, you know, the whole studying for the CCNP security, doing the CCIE labs, and then doing the, you know, we're getting new switches, whole new infrastructure. So it's like been, you know, crazy deep into that. And then like when I get home, it's like I want to go run and I want to go to the, you know, then when I actually get home, it's like, whoa, man, it's like 9:30 already. I'm like, and I have a friend, he wants to, you know, learn VMware like really good, and I'm pretty proficient with VMware, like VCP and VCAP and 6.0, and I'm like, yeah, I can do some, you know, maybe 20 videos, how to set up ESXi, how to set up clustering, vMotion, DRS, you know, HA and vSAN, using virtual storage, and I have like 20 terabytes at home of SAN at home. And I'm like, all right, I can do this, you know, and like put out whole syllabus. And holy shit, that was way harder than the Microsoft. Like, because the Microsoft is so easy to structure because, okay, what is a server? What, you know, installing, you know, Windows Server 2019, Active Directory. What is DNS? How to create DNS records? And, you know, it's in sequential order. It's in my head because it's like how you would actually set up an infrastructure, right? The VMware stuff is so different because it all depends on the structure of your domain, right? Like if you only have, you might not need vCenter in your environment. You may just only need one host, right? So how, like structuring it, because obviously if you're gonna go actually take a VCP exam, obviously you can't study on a YouTube because you have to do a ICM, install, configure, and manage course in order to even have the credential to actually take the exam and get the voucher. You can't just like any other exams, Cisco, Microsoft, CompTIA, you can just study a dump, for example, and go take the exam tomorrow, right? With VMware, you can't do that. So, and yeah, so it's like, I was just trying to think about how to structure it in a way that someone can easily understand it and like do it. Because remember, my computer might not be the same as your computer, right? Yeah. So I have like 3 hosts right now, like 3 virtual hosts in VMware Workstation with 32 gigs allocated each. You know, some people only have 32 gigs on their computer as their physical host. So it's like, fuck, you know, like I have to like simmer it down and, you know, instead of installing like Windows on top of my ESXi host, I'll do like Tiny Linux because it's only a couple megs, you know, and then using vSwitches and distributed switching on the back end. I don't know. I can go on and on about that. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, the structuring with this VMware course. Because all my other videos, my pen testing, I'll leave it at that, not the H word, got strikes, got this. And I'm like,
did they really all get strikes?
Yeah, YouTube's starting to ban them now, which
I know that they were starting the ban like last year.
I have 2 strikes already.
So me too.
I started a couple months back. I already have 2 strikes.
Yeah, and then if I had 3 strikes, you're out.
Yeah, man. I'm afraid to upload. actually.
Yeah.
Nullbyte, they've started to put like the informational part on the video, but they're like, hey, if you want to see the other stuff, go to our Venmo, and they're trying to, start funneling off to other areas that are less restrictive. But
Nullbyte,
I was
know,
thinking
was the
about
first
another.
person to start getting in trouble for it, and then they started moving a lot of their content over to Medium.
yeah, it's really a disservice.
Medium, for example. But I'm planning on looking for another platform too, like Vimeo or something.
Yeah, I mean it's a huge disservice because like we have such a big gap of what's out there versus what people can get their hands on, and some of the training now is like $7-8 grand. So I actually did a talk on this last night for University of Tampa for their cyber club. Like I was trying to figure out different resources that were free that people could use to kind of get a head start. But I started doing some research. I'm like, yeah, a lot of these aren't there anymore. Now they're like in Cyber, where they're going behind paywalls, so you're getting less and less content. We're behind the attackers. They don't have a scope limit. They have all day to study, and they're not paying for their stuff. They're getting it, through other means. So we need to put those tools in the white haters' hands too.
Yeah, that's the real bummer, But I guess everyone's in it for business, and it's like, it's a bummer. I don't know. I can't.
It's the thing with the hacker culture. We'll find a way. There's always.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or we're just gonna hack YouTube. Fuck them.
Shut up.
DDoS them.
Seriously.
Make our own YouTube. We'll call it HTube.
Yeah.
HTube.
Or MyTube.
Yeah.
No, but I know that you could go on Wonder How To. I think Nullbyte was uploading a lot of their videos and stuff to Wonder How To as well.
Yeah, Wonder.
I haven't been following it too much lately. So
What the how-tos? How to install?
I wonder how this guy does it. Hackersploit. He does some.
Well, I changed my titles to, instead of how to hack an Android phone, I made it to how hackers get into your Android phone.
nice little.
So if you change the title a little bit, instead of how to, but how hackers do. Or
Yeah, I don't think they like that word, hackers.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think they just.
Which is
get
ironic because it's a company that was founded by people that are basically hackers. So
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Yes.
people are doing it on YouTube. You just got to figure it out how it's done. Because, Network Chuck, he's just started posting a lot of pen testing stuff, DDoS stuff.
Good.
His videos are still up.
Exactly.
So you guys have to figure
Don't
out,
get me started.
how other creators
I love how
are
James is looking at me.
you got to, figure it out.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
don't know.
a lot of YouTube stuff is just research. Just pretty much seeing what other creators are doing it and how they're doing it. How they're getting across this stuff, how they're maneuvering through the YouTube algorithm of strikes and stuff like that. It's a lot of time.
Maybe the tags will help too. If you use so many hacker tags or how to hack this, how to hack that. If you use that in your tags, I think, there might be an issue.
You can just put. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say the other side too. You might be really popular, and somebody's just putting strikes against you to get your stuff down to get their stuff promoted.
No.
Yep.
Try how to prevent, or how to prevent,
exactly.
or how to know that when you're getting hacking, or how you know when you're getting hacked, how to see, or how to just kind of
How to mitigate this issue.
Exactly.
The thing is, they're already at 2 strikes. Like, is it worth it at this point?
Yeah, that's why VMware.
I don't know.
I'm doing VMware.
I think that's what they tried to hit you with, those 2 strikes real quick, so you just don't even try anything anymore. It's just like
exactly.
I have doubts, man, about starting a new channel or continuing with this and then hoping for not a 3rd strike.
Yeah,
because if I get one more strike, my account
doing
is
a whole new channel,
gone.
dude.
Yeah.
If God forbid it got 3 strikes, I don't think I would do it again.
I got 2 strikes in 1 month.
Fuck that. Like I did so much effort and time and.
Exactly.
Yeah, the only thing I think is
some of the videos that I had on there, like I delete them from my machine. Like once I upload them, I just delete them.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it's just on there. Yeah.
So they're just on there. So if I can, maybe I would. That's what I might have to do, because there's a way to download videos from there's a converter. You could take that link and download the MP4
Yeah.
or MP3. And
Yeah, that's what they did with my videos too.
Yeah.
I found out.
You should always keep a copy to it because
Like, we don't want these on our servers.
Yeah.
yeah.
There you go. I mean, it's like, hey, if they take them down, fine. I'll take those to Udemy and like throw up a $5 course or whatever.
Yeah. Actually, I have the 2019 stuff. I have on YouTube. I have about 48 videos on Udemy.
No way.
Yeah,
Nice.
like I think I only have like 24 or 25 videos on my playlist on the yeah. So I show how to integrate with SSCM, SCOM, Exchange Server, installing SQL servers, clustering Windows clustering. Obviously the clustering services at the Windows level. So I'm not a SQL person, but
I haven't heard too much from Adlene. What's he up to over there?
I was
yeah,
about
Adlene,
to say,
you alive?
Adlene, what have you been up to?
Have you been cloned?
Oh yeah.
Is it really you?
Actually,
Test.
Adlene is actually dealing with some audio troubleshooting that he don't know that I stole his headphones and
Blink twice if you can hear us.
Count on
Okay,
Adlene to
okay,
clone
good.
himself because he's got so much going on the back end. He's got to have
yeah,
someone
I
to
don't know.
show
Can you
face
hear
him.
me?
Yeah, a little bit.
We can hear you a little bit,
I
yeah.
think 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really low.
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe to get some audio equipment for Adlene.
We should
Give him
do
a
that,
nice
man.
headset.
Definitely for Adlene.
Yeah, actually, I don't know if it's true or false. So
No,
there
we
it
can hear
is
you.
now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can.
More better.
Is this enough to understand what I'm trying to
No,
say?
that's not.
That's
No,
Okay.
it's a little bit low. It's like you're standing 3 feet away or 6 feet away and then talking. It's like
yeah. He
you're
has to social
far away.
distance from it. Remember,
Yeah.
social distancing.
Yeah, there's COVID, so that's okay for me. I prefer to be here from 3 feet away.
Well, I mean, he's
Okay,
had all kinds
but
of
we can
fun.
hear you for
Because I mean, your whole country shut off the internet the other week, which was
Yeah.
crazy.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
How did you
that was-
survive?
Yeah, that was. I did not. Actually, I did not.
Did you hack a satellite?
I had no internet, and my cat broke up my TV, and I had like
Oh
nothing to do
man.
during the whole week.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah, but the entire internet network of my country is built like a giant net, and that makes things a lot easier to control what's happening in networks and everything. So when they just need to shut everything up, they have one button to press, and there's no more internet in the whole country.
Did you try to
So-
bypass it at least and see if you could still access the internet?
Yeah, I did, and that's where I discovered that there's probably some intelligence behind that because I set up my VPN outside of my network and tried to ping from the outside, and I got like 100% reaching my domain. But when I tried to ping from the inside, I got 0%, and that was, oh, what's happening there? So I tried to go over some shadow sites, going over tails, and once I was able to go out of that restriction, I flagged some packets, and I was able to track them outside of the actual internet embargo that was happening in my country, but I wasn't able to do that anymore. So I think that the thing that is managing this, learn from what I did and block it.
That's scary. Your government has an internet kill switch at any
It is
time.
crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
Do they give you warnings at least of like, okay, we're going to shut down between this time and this time, or they just like flip and then it's just gone?
Oh,
Man.
they did it like 6 or 7 years back, but now it's totally normal.
Oh,
Every
really?
year when that exam happens, we know that there will be no internet in the country.
They've grown
It's
past
a good
giving
way to
people fair
prevent
warnings.
cheating.
Yeah.
Or they just time it with that exam and they're like, and while it's down, let's put some more control in place, so we can get the cell phones too. And then if something goes
Right.
bad,
Let's shoot we can shoot a
example.
satellite into space for Adlene.
Get him that new.
I have like 50 euros. How much do you have?
Yeah, or like
We can all throw
the
down.
what's the Starlink that they're doing right now? Like they're testing those out. Some of the first responders doing the fires in California,
exactly.
they're getting gigabit internet almost out there from.
If they can do it, we can.
Satellite.
Yeah, man.
That is insane.
Those fires suck,
Yeah, that's
man.
pretty sad, but that's not a big exam actually. It's just the exam in my country that makes you depend if you go or not to the university. And people are going to university and cheat that exam and get much better results and much better diploma and everything. So that's like just exaggerating the value of that exam.
Okay. I have an idea. Another one. No satellites, but next year, just come to Netherlands or USA. We have free internet for you, buddy. It's easy.
Join us, Adlene.
Yeah, join us, man.
Easy. Just jump on the plane and bye-bye Africa.
1 week without internet and a cat destroying his TV.
Yeah.
I would sleep for an entire week, man. Definitely.
And you have your neighbor's network, and that's it. Right?
Yeah, 3 actually.
Yeah. What happened? Whoop.
Absent from the last I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes.
All right, 10 minutes.
On Nerd Chat. Yeah.
Oh,
But coming back and recovering my superpowers.
yeah. Awesome, man.
Yeah, because when I got married, I had no test when I was able to work, and I was working in the salon. What my wife was sending there, and that was very hard for me to work there. But now I have my own desk. I have all my electronics back, my super tower, and my dual screen there.
For Spotify.
My $10.
The Spotify screen.
Yeah, I'm planning to buy another one to put Spotify on it, just for Spotify. I have my third screen dedicated to Spotify.
You should probably get some headphones to listen to Spotify, but make sure that they have a microphone as well.
Yeah, my headphone is pretty good at listening to things, but no microphone.
Yeah.
No, that sucks.
Are you still using your little GoPro for video right now, or?
I
Yeah,
think so.
I was supposed to inherit it, but
Yeah,
now I'm on my phone because I got some troubles with my audio card on the computer, so I just switched to my phone just to make things done. I will
Gotcha.
shoot that later. I think I'm gonna try to make my audio and video stream go over OBS to be able to manage, the audio and the video separately.
Nice.
It's funny because he makes a little device to DDoS a TV, but he can't fix his audio.
He does more than that.
Fine,
He
man.
can't fix his audio.
Yeah.
Well, that infrared protocol is pretty much simpler than Windows device manager.
It's like I'm over here wiring a circuit board to create a wireless attack watch, but no, my speaker.
Yeah, I can't get my mic to work.
I love it.
All right.
All right, Jacob, we got a little bit of time. What have you been up to?
Yeah, so I've just been doing a couple talks, like I said, for the local colleges and working on a way to translate the wireless hacking class I did in February into something we can maybe put online. But that's when we're run into the whole YouTube thing. And also because some of the slides use pictures from movies, so I might have to change them because I don't want some stupid copyright thing, from Disney or whatever coming after me.
Yeah,
so working on some training, and like Pat said, it's a little more difficult when you actually start lining out all this stuff because you realize like, hey, I want to teach this, but that requires like these other 2 levels of things you need to know, like their assumed knowledge. So how do I structure this and not, overload you and make you want to just scream and throw something at the TV and quit?
Mm-hmm.
So, or just be so bored that you don't even want to watch the video to the end.
Exactly, and finding that happy medium is so difficult. Like it was hard because even when like the Windows Server 2019 thing was pretty easy because everyone has at least, you know, I guess when I got into like deploying WDS, deploying images, answer files, and I was getting into like a little more, then I got into the Hyper-V clustering, and I was thinking, I'm like, I guess maybe hopefully like people can watch this like at work. Like, okay, I have 2 clusters, you know, I have to cluster these 2 machines, have replication and failover. I'm like, okay, like doing this at a home lab, I don't think, you know, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it gets costly fast too.
Yeah, like I was saying before, like I spent $3,700 for my machine. So it's it was an expensive machine, and yeah, it's a pretty penny.
Everything's so much easier at work.
Huh?
Go ahead.
It was yeah. Go.
Oh, I just said it's so much, like you said, it's so much easier to do stuff at work. Because at home everything's like a lot slower, and at work it's like butter, man. It's like everything works for some reason, and at home something has to not work.
Yeah,
but yeah, don't practice in production though.
No, I'm using VMware.
Yeah.
I'm using VMware at home. He has like a server for us that he just lets us do whatever we want.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's funny because with that tool I was showing you guys, I'm like, okay, I want to see if these actually tools even work, like with the WannaCry and worms and backdoors and stuff like that. So I set up a sandbox environment on my machine, because if you execute that, it's executing real ransomware. So in a secluded area, it's going to be a crawler. It's going to be crawling your shit. And one thing led to another. Like, obviously I had it in a host-only network. If you guys don't know what host-only is, it's only segmented to your own local area. It doesn't have a gateway to get out to the internet. But so you can have it secluded to its own area, like a sandbox. And anytime you're doing anything with malware analysis and dissecting that stuff or whatever, I would recommend doing it like that, because you let that thing out, you're letting out a beast.
Make sure you don't have like an air card on that, because some malware now tries to transmit itself via Wi-Fi on your network. So
yeah, it works.
You got to keep it completely gapped.
Exactly. So, like on
Can
my
you
house,
decrypt it yourself, the ransomware?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You can. I want to do a video on it, and I'll just send it to you guys.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah, I did it, and then you can unzip it, decrypt it, and you can find the code, because you can't just execute it. When you execute it, it asks you for a password, because it's a little layer of, okay, if you're executing this, you better know what the hell you're executing, because it's not going to be.
Are you sure you want to do stupid?
Yeah. And so I did WannaCry. I did a few backdoors. There was a few things. It was pretty cool, and it's pretty much logic bombs, and you can set up a task in your task manager in your scheduled task, and have this executable in 6 months. If you're not happy, you can keep the thinking what I'm thinking in your head, and you can process it. But if you guys don't know what logic bombs are, Google it. But so I'm not going to explain that over here. But yeah, it's interesting stuff,
Love it.
Logic
Nice.
bombs, right?
2.5 minutes. So there's 2 minutes for James. Who's next?
James is always last. He just looks pretty.
Yeah, he's last. He's waiting for it.
I just
It's getting warm.
Yeah.
New certification, man.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
did
yeah,
just get a
AWS.
certification.
Yeah.
No, last weekend I got my AWS what is it? I don't even know what it's called, dude.
Solutions Architect.
I got some.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was good. I got to learn a lot about AWS. I mean, I think the last video that we were on, I was talking about how I just started studying for it.
Yeah.
That was a while ago already. So last weekend I took my exam. I passed. I'll probably be posting a video on YouTube with my exam experience, just like I did for my other certifications. So stay tuned.
Great.
I want to see those pumpkins too.
Oh yeah, dude.
There's a lot of pumpkins.
Yeah, I had a pumpkin patch in my backyard.
Yeah, it's almost Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. So
when Halloween, and then you get a pumpkin over your head, cut out the eyes and the mouth.
I didn't think that you could like grow like large pumpkins in your backyard.
Sure.
I just got some seeds from Home Depot, and then I ended up with like 20 big pumpkins, dude.
So on the next
cool.
chat we have 0-day pumpkin.
Yeah.
Stick it in the background, little jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
You know, it was the funniest.
I'll bring one off for the next chat.
Big
Yeah, do that, man. So I want you one in front, make a smiley on it.
Right, yeah.
When James posted when he passed, he was like, I passed. It looked like he saw a ghost or something. It was just like quick, like I passed, like he was traumatized or something. I was like, what?
Dude, because the whole exam, I was like, because I mean, my other exams, it was funny because I would go in like I got this, and then I would start answering questions. I was like, oh my God, I don't got this. Like, I don't know what's going on. But this one was like, damn, I don't feel like fully prepared. I only took one practice exam, but like I would try to stay confident, and like as I went through the exam, I kept my focus and it got better and better. So
cool.
Finish it, James. Finish it.
Peace. I think it's gonna end like any second now.
No, we got like 30 seconds. I'm gonna leave this to D. D, close this out.
Why do I have to do this?
Come on.
It's your part. It's your part.
It's gonna close itself out.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us for another Nerd Chat Saturday. As always, if you guys want to join us, just hit us up on Instagram, any of us. Looks like we just lost Adlene.
This country shut him off.
We'll post everyone's Instagrams and everything in the description below.